president at bottom of the 420th inning. So there's a crack in the bat. It's hit. He's running. He's rounding first. He's rounding second, completely ignoring third base. Oh, he's sliding head first into 69th base with Doug Mellard.
What's up? Welcome to 69th Base, the podcast where I hold idiotic sports analysts accountable for their stupid hot takes. I'm your host, Doug Mellard. Got a fun show for you today. Josh Potter, the one and only, is on. He'll be out here in a little bit. It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about football season being over. What are we going to do now? Oh, that's right, the XFL. That's what we're going to do now. Also, are the Chiefs too cocky? What's up with the Tom Brady watch? Is Johnny Manziel the most lit quarterback ever? And we'll start a new rumor and much more. Anywho, welcome to the show. Guys, this weekend, I spent some time at the ER. My wife, unfortunately, had an accident. Everything's all good-ish. She had a random freak thing where she dropped a pot on her foot, and she sliced her tendon, possibly. It's not fun. And she's bleeding a lot. We had to go to the ER for, 18 hours on Friday. And, I don't know if you've ever been in the ER in Los Angeles, but a lot of cool things happen there. There's a lot of fun people hanging out. Real cool people to be around. Stab victims screaming and trying to fight the nurses. That's always a good thing. You're like, hey, can we be friends? Can we be best friends? Can you be on the podcast? Can we have you over? You're trying to not step and vomit or touch other people's blood, that kind of thing, all night. 7 hours, 8 hours, I don't know, 7, 8 hours, something like that. Yeah. And by the end of the night, we finally get in there, and she needs to have an MRI, and they're like, oh, we stopped giving MRIs 3 hours ago. And we're like, okay, cool. That makes sense. And so we really got no answers. So we're really there for almost no reason. She did get stitches. But, as much fun as that was, I would rather do that than go see a movie with Skip Bayless. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's bring on our guest. Here he is. All right. Please welcome to the podcast, Josh Potter, everybody.
What's up?
Thanks for doing this, man.
Shout out Jay's Bar.
Yeah. You just found out close to Jay's Bar, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
We'll have to get drunk there. If not tonight, tomorrow night.
I can't believe I've walked to this area so many times, but I Uber to your apartment every time I come here. I'm like, I can't walk there. I should just walk here. I can walk. I walk by that building every fucking day, I feel like.
Oh, man. It
blew my mind when I looked out your window. I'm sorry.
We're going to get thrown out of that place. Yeah, thanks for coming on. And sorry, you're Buffalo Bill. So you were on actually a little while ago, but
right.
I had an
When
audio
was that?
hiccup.
Was that before Christmas? Probably. Yeah.
I think so. A little before Christmas. I think you were on
Before the playoffs.
Yeah, and I had a stupid audio hiccup and lost all the content. And we'll just cross our fingers that doesn't happen again tonight.
Yeah.
But
it's the worst fear.
it was horrible, and I still apologize. But. So I'll just a little recap here. I'm sorry your Bills were defeated.
That's okay. I mean,
but
I was happy they just made the playoffs. And the fact that we clinched the playoffs.
Yeah.
4 weeks before the season was over.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened since I was 7 years old, maybe, or something.
And
like
the
that.
Patriots are a little bit on the downward.
Well, and they went to. Well, you know what's fucking wild? I had my first headlining weekend ever. Was in Boston, January 2nd through 4th.
Yeah.
And the Patriots lost to the Dolphins week 17.
Oh,
and then that made them become the wild card team.
Oh, right.
So now they're playing that week. Originally, they would have had a bye that weekend.
Yeah.
But now they're playing that weekend. And then the NFL puts out the schedule Monday before I go do the shows.
Yeah.
So that week, Monday. And the Patriots are playing Saturday night at 8:15.
Oh, my God.
And I have shows in Boston. So I'm like, well, they're going to get canceled, right? And then I go there, and they were fine.
Yeah.
And that makes me hate the Patriots fans even more. Because if that was in Buffalo, and they made the game, by the way, the Buffalo game was at 4.
Yeah.
So I watched the game in my hotel room. Then we went to overtime. I watch the kick go through the uprights when the Houston Texans beat us as they introduced me to go on stage.
Oh my God.
And I had to do an hour.
How did you like come out when that happened? Like, where did you talk about it?
Well, I was
a lot of people know you're a avid Bills.
Well, yeah,
fan,
I came out in my opener. Matt Wayne, he's from Buffalo also. I picked him to I had him open for me that weekend. Like, I'm like, come up. He lives in New York. I'm like, come up. We can watch the game together. It'll be fun. We can watch the playoff game. And so he was on stage during overtime.
Oh my God.
It was torture for him because he walked out there as we went to overtime. He was just happy we went to overtime because we almost lost that game, if you recall.
Mm-hmm.
It came down to the wire and we tied it. Go to overtime. He was ecstatic about that. He's like, I'm gonna find out what happens. I guess when we get off, it could happen.
Oh, that sucks.
Then he got off stage, and we both watched the field goal together.
Oh wow.
Because it went to double overtime or whatever.
Yeah.
If you recall, or
Man,
it went through a few possessions.
I will say though, like even in the Texans loss, like they looked pretty good. Like Josh Allen did a couple like boneheaded things, but there was a lot of
you call them
promising shit,
boneheaded.
too.
I call them electric. Because I thought about it, I was like, I know that's not good.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have done that. But no harm, no foul. But at the same time, what if Dawson Knox caught that ball?
Yeah.
And then took it to the house? We would be looking
Are you
at
talking about the little scoop?
the lateral.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, that was it. That was the only part where I was like, man.
And then there were a couple plays. What I don't like about our offensive coordinator, not to make this a Bills podcast all of a sudden.
No.
But what I don't like about him is that there have been times during this season when we are in like a hurry-up situation or like a clutch situation, and it's like they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like you should have plays on deck for that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You should have situational plays for that. Like there was when we lost to the Cleveland Browns, which by the way, if we would have won that game, we might have won the fucking division, which is crazy.
Wow.
But we lost the Cleveland Browns this year, and a boneheaded because they didn't know what they were doing in the final 2 minutes. Like they were like looking to the sidelines, and they were all kind of like making mistakes. That goes with being young.
Right.
But this fucking offensive coordinator, he's pissed me off a few times this year, and we've had a good year, so I shouldn't complain. But at the same time, like remember the Browns? They were interviewing him.
Yeah.
To be the next head coach.
Right.
I was like, fucking take the guy, please.
But he's still there.
Yeah, no, we got him.
Oh man. Yeah,
he's from Buffalo too, so I should like him. I do root for him. I want him to get better, but like, why does this keep happening? And it happened in the Texans game too. It seemed like they were like scrambling to figure out what to do next.
I feel like there are so many people in that position that get so in their heads that they screw themselves. And
they're doing like
get conservative.
They do the whole like he knows that I know.
Yeah.
That he knows. So they kind of like put their brain in a pretzel.
Sean McVay versus Bill Belichick in the last Super Bowl. Perfect example. That was
Sean McVay just was Sean McVay is my age. He's 4 months younger than me, which makes me sick to my fucking stomach. But or I think he might be maybe 4 months older. I don't know, but he's literally my age.
He's a kid.
1986 was his birth year.
Wow.
So Bill Belichick is like an ancient old man. Bill Belichick has been in the league as a head coach almost as long. Like, I mean,
whoa, yeah.
Me and Sean McVay were both 5 years old when Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator of the Giants when they won the Super Bowl against the Bills.
Starting to think Bill Belichick's just always been around since the beginning of time.
Well, I mean, you look at like the old pictures they have of him. Like he was a ball boy on the Baltimore Colts. The Baltimore Colts. You know what I mean? Like, and it shows him. They have like their helmets are like leather and shit. You know what I mean? So he's been at it. I mean, I do respect the man, even though he's caused the most pain of my life for the last 20 years. But like,
I really hate him, but I hate
him, but I respect him. You know? What I mean? Like,
for sure. Even though
if he was my coach, I would
Yeah.
have a fucking full back tattoo of a guy. If there's a coach ever that won this many Super Bowls for the Bills, my body would be a tribute in tattoos to him, dude. I swear to God.
Now we have to make this happen.
Dude, I wanted to get, when Ralph Wilson died, a tattoo of him over my heart, like his portrait.
Oh, my God. What did you do?
I don't have any tattoos because I'd never gotten a tattoo, and I'm like, I'm not going to start with that. But I will get it someday. I'll get all kinds of Bills tattoos. I'll just be a Bills.
Oh, God, yeah. You would... If you get one, you will then go the way of many.
Yeah.
There's a way around, we can
I thought
talk
if I
to
ever
some
get a
guys.
sleeve, I just get all Bills faces, like my favorite Bills players, like up my arm.
Oh, God,
Be like,
please.
who's that? I'd be like, oh, that's Leotis McCalvin.
That's your one of your favorites. That's O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, he'd be in there. A little small, so you can't notice him at first. In like a place where my clothes cover it.
Before we get too much deeper into the sports shit, I want to run a story by you and see if you have a similar experience. This is a while back, maybe like 10 years ago. I was doing a show. It happened to be my birthday, and I was opening for Prince Paul, who was DJing. Prince Paul, who has like produced albums for De La Soul. I think he did 3 Feet High and Rising. He's done like Handsome Boy Modeling School, legendary hip hop dude. And I was so excited to be a part of it, but I knew it was going to be a disaster. Like I knew it wasn't going to go well, but I was such a fan of him. And
so you're doing his show. He booked it.
So no. A friend of mine that like puts together hip hop shows in Austin, Texas, asked if he wanted to like change it up and have a comic open.
Oh.
And I knew, I was like, no, this is a bad idea, buddy.
Yikes.
But I love Prince Paul so much that I was like, well, for my birthday, I just want to be a part of a Prince Paul show. And so I did it. I agreed to it knowing it wouldn't go well. Generally opening for musicians is tough.
The worst.
I did it. And sure enough, I did 30 minutes in front of him before he DJ'd. Nobody, my name was on the flyer and stuff, but no, I don't think it said comedian or anything. Everybody just thinks I'm going to go up there and rap or spin records or something. And so I show up and people are just like, who the fuck is this guy? And why is he talking? I do 30 minutes of comedy. I bomb horribly. And it goes so poorly that I challenge anyone in the audience at one point to a rap battle. I can't rap at all.
You did?
That's just where I was. I was
You
just
did
like,
that?
yeah. I was like,
Oh
fuck
my
this.
God.
Let's rap. And nobody took me up on it, so that made it even more awkward. I just thought like this will be a funny way
How
out of this.
many people are there?
Oh man, I mean a couple hundred at least,
God
200 or
damn.
300. And then again, it's my birthday, and at one point, so I have a few like close friends out, and my brother is there. And at one point, it's going so horribly. I noticed my older brother, just slink out the back. And afterwards, I was like, what happened to you, man? He was like, dude, it was so uncomfortable that I had to leave. And I was like, oh, you were uncomfortable?
Oh my
like, what about
God.
me, dude? And then, but yeah, in the end, I got to see him perform. It just turned into a dance party. And that's like, it's weird that like I knew that was going to happen, but I was still willing to do it. Just kind of like, where's this story going to take me?
Well, you want the band to like you or whatever.
Yeah. And then on top
rappers.
of that, it's like, oh man, I'll talk to him. And he was so fucking nice. And he did steal one of my records, I think. I was like, hey, check out this. Somebody gave me this birthday gift. And it was a record. And he like just took it. And I was like, I didn't want to say no. He didn't steal it.
Yeah.
But he like, I think he thought I was offering it to him. And I was like too fanboy to be like, no, that's mine.
Wait, it
But,
was yours?
Yeah. Somebody gave it to me like
I
an
see.
hour before. And I was
I
like,
thought it was your album.
oh, no. This is just
And he like
somebody...
took it off your merch table. Like,
No.
I got one.
No. But have you done any? Do you have any like art like opening for bands? Or
I've
anything?
always avoided it. Thank God. I've had
Man, you're
offers.
smart, yeah.
But my best friend, he's a road dog. He's gonna be on Dry Bar Comedy in the next like run of it or whatever. I don't know.
Nice.
But he, his name's Matt Bergman. He opened for the Goo Goo Dolls in an arena.
Holy shit!
So imagine like performing in front of the
Oh,
same
man.
volume of audience as like Joe Rogan, but having that experience. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and so the
So
Goo Goo
did it
Dolls
go
are
well?
the Goo Goo Dolls are from Buffalo too.
Yeah.
So is Matt, and that's how he's. Robbie is a good buddy of ours, the bass player, and Matt and him are real good buddies. So he had him like, why don't you come open for us? So they go, like, what do you want us to say about you before we introduce you?
Yeah.
And he's like, whatever you say, make sure they know that comedy's gonna happen,
Right.
and it's not the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
And so when they introduce him, they go, from Buffalo, New York. And so everyone knows the Goo Goo Dolls are from Buffalo,
Oh
New
my
York.
god.
So they think the Goo Goo Dolls are about to walk out there. So they're like, and then they go, Matt Bergman. And then he walks out there and they're just like, what? And then he's doing jokes. So he does like his act or whatever. And like it goes not great, but not terrible. Like
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like I'm salvaging it. But the thing where he went wrong is he closed on a dirty joke.
Oh no. Oh,
and
God.
I said to him, because I talked to him on the phone like immediately after, I go like, did you do any dirty stuff. He's like, I closed on this joke. I go, what were you thinking? There's like probably children there.
Oh, right.
And sure enough, he got an email from a guy that was like, my daughter was with me, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was wild. So,
Oh
like,
my
could you imagine, like, only a couple of us in this whole thing, like a handful of people, maybe a couple dozen, a few dozen maybe, get to perform in an arena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then that was his experience doing it. That's fucked.
Ah, God, I hope he gets another chance someday.
Yeah, right.
That
I guess
made
Adam
me
Ray did it
uncomfortable.
on like early. He did like a Phoenix date with them, and I never heard how it went for him. But
It usually goes poorly. I
you know
will
when it
say,
used to go good back in the day. You always hear about like I used to open for Julio Iglesias. Like I
Right.
don't know. You hear all those old comics talk about that, but I think it was just different times. Like I think people used to go to concerts in like suits. And used to
Yeah.
like sit with their lady and like enjoy the like it wouldn't be
Yeah,
a
they're in
raucous.
seats, they're not
they're not
standing,
like
yeah.
standing up and like ready to rock. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it depends on the act. I think
I think it's maybe I think audiences are a little bit hipper now to where there definitely are some comics that will open for bands. Like bands will have.
Also, you have to have a
comics.
certain energy.
Yes. Yeah.
I could never do it.
Yeah. It's
I'm gonna sit here and just stand still and talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not gonna be into that. They
You're
need
right.
they need some fucking
You
flair.
have to be roaming around, flailing your arms, and
You gotta be yelling and shit.
yeah.
But hey, I can't do that. Some people can.
Well, let's get into it, man. Football season is over. And
Not
it's sad.
really.
Yeah.
XFL baby. I'm a big XFL advocate.
You're into it?
I'm into it. I'm trying to get everyone on board. We need it.
Man,
you know?
I
we need it to succeed. I'm
I-
sick of this shit.
I think I stupidly kind of skimmed over the fact that it was happening.
Let me try and sell you on the XFL.
Dude, I saw the Jerry Glanville pictures. I am in.
Okay, good.
You know what
That's
I'm
all it
talking
took.
about, right?
You
That's-
looked at the rosters?
No, but I know,
Oh.
like,
It's so fun.
yeah, there are plenty of ex-players. Is Trent Richardson on or no?
Yeah.
He is, yes. Okay, that's
The
cool.
quarterback the quarterbacks for the DC Defenders, that's why I've selected them as my team for the time being.
Yeah.
I'm a DC Defenders guy because they have two Buffalo Bills well, not technically. They have Cardell Jones, who the Bills drafted. Ohio State QB, of course. Undefeated, by the way, in every start he's ever had, including his most recent XFL start. That's what the XFL tweeted out. 12-0. He's only started in 12 football
Holy
games.
shit.
Isn't that crazy?
He
Cardale
played for the
Jones?
Chargers last, too. Yeah.
Well, he was on we traded him to the Chargers, yeah.
I like that
the
guy,
Bills did.
yeah. Dude.
12 gauge. And then their backup QB is Tyree Jackson, who was a University of Buffalo
Yeah. Oh,
quarterback.
yeah. Holy
and
shit.
then the Bills signed him undrafted. And he was
Wow.
on our practice squad last year.
All right.
Now he's the backup to Cardell Jones. So I'm a DC Defenders guy.
Pair that with Jerry Glanville having two heads. Oh, yeah, I guess I should explain this a little bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Jerry Glanville, who is just a fucking goofball. Did you ever happen to watch the show Coach with Craig T. Nelson?
Yeah.
There was a character on there that reminds me of Jerry Glanville.
The guy with the
Jerry
oaf.
Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like he is the Jerry Glan. Well, they even have the same first name.
That's hilarious.
But Jerry Glanville had he was
I have
head
another
coach of. Oh yeah.
No, that's okay. I can go get it. You
Oh,
keep
yeah.
talking. Explain Jerry
Glanville had two headsets on his head at the same time. What was it? One for offense and one for defense, which is the most absurd thing. I had my buddy Jeremy was like,
That's so fun.
yeah, he was like texting like, oh no, it's the salaries. He's doing concession stand stuff on the side while he's doing the offensive play calling. But I just saw that one picture and I was like, okay, I'm in. Why did I not watch any of these games this weekend? And
The
on
New
top
York
of that,
Guardians played the, I believe, Tampa Bay Vipers.
oh wow, yeah.
And Aaron Murray is the quarterback of the Vipers, and he threw like 2 pick sixes in the first half. It was
Holy shit!
wild.
And Moose Johnson is the GM for the Dallas.
That's
team.
awesome.
Yeah, I found that like
Bob Stoops is a coach?
Yeah, for Dallas. Dallas is gonna be my team. I think like Stoops
you
and
gotta be.
Johnson.
If you have an XFL team, you gotta
Yeah.
root for them. There's no Buffalo team. That's why I've picked the DC Defenders. But I could also, we have an LA team, and I do need to like I'm trying. Since Kobe died, I was like, I felt that was it's weird to say this, but at Kobe's death was the first time I felt like a part of LA.
Yeah.
And I feel like I need to like root for their teams that aren't, against the Buffalo team. Like, I'm never going to really root for the Kings or the Rams or the Chargers, obviously.
Yeah.
Definitely not the fucking Chargers, but maybe Rams are NFC, the Kings are Western Conference. It's like we never play them. We play them twice a year,
Yeah. It's cool to have
I need an LA team is
local
all I need.
LA team though to root for.
I can't decide between the Dodgers and Angels. I think I like both of them. Can I be both?
Yeah.
Because
Fuck it.
Mike Trout plays for one. The Dodgers are obviously awesome.
Yeah.
They just got Mookie Betts. How fun is that?
Oh man, I'm so excited for that. I hated the Dodgers growing up, but when I moved here,
What were you a fan of? The Rangers?
The Rangers. So like I couldn't go Angels. So but I like having a local team to root for.
Right.
So like I started going to Dodgers games, had fun, and I was like, and then they got really good, and I was like, okay,
the Rangers are in the same division as the Angels.
Yeah.
That's why you can't go
Yeah,
Rangers.
man. I hate the Angels. But although
They're nonsense, though. What I consider, this is what my theory on the Angels, they're my favorite baseball team for this pure fact.
Yeah.
Because Mike Trout is maybe the greatest player ever, but he's so, like, under the radar. He lives in Los Angeles. He can go to Starbucks. No one even knows it's Mike Trout.
Wow.
But he has generational wealth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
He has
yeah.
hundreds of millions of dollars, and he can just, like, walk around L.A., and no one bothers him.
Wow.
And, like, a bunch of people, like, now Rendon went to the Angels. Like, imagine living in Southern California, Orange County, with millions of dollars. Of course you're not going to try hard. You know what I mean? They're never going to be good because they're all like, our lives are great. No, we're going to go play baseball, sure. But then, like, that's like, they can't wait to get back home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Man, I was at in Orange County one time, and I saw all these people around me in Angels jerseys, going to an Angels game, and Marvel T-shirts and Star Wars T-shirts and something else. And then I realized Disney owns all of those things. And it blew my
Anaheim
mind.
stuff, right?
Yeah, I was like,
because weren't they
shit.
the Anaheim Angels? I just got into baseball like recently. But Dodgers, man, they got Mookie Betts now. David Price just came over. They're going to win the World Series. They should have won the World Series against the cheating Astros.
Yes. And I was
2 years ago.
That was a tough one for me.
I just moved here right when that World Series was happening. I couldn't believe it. I moved to a place the World Series is happening.
Right.
That's crazy.
Well, and like last night, the Oscars was like down the street from us.
I know, that's
right
crazy,
now.
right?
It's like 2 miles down the street.
LA's wild.
We should have gone and crashed it.
I've definitely done sets at the Sycamore Tavern over there where you come up on that subway station.
Oh, right.
And you don't even know where you are because they for the folks out there who don't live in LA, they shutter off the Hollywood and Highland exit where you come up at the Chinese Theater, and they put a bunch of scaffolding so you have to be rerouted to a corner down the block because they don't want like hobos and stuff like hanging out on the red carpet. So you get like
I vote
put through
next
this
year we
maze.
just rent tuxes and like hang out late at night in Hollywood and just have like we can buy a $3 fake Oscar and just act
you
like
can buy those all. There's a
oh
whole
for
store
sure
of them.
yeah.
I got my friend super high when he came as like a tourist. We went down there, and same friend from the Open for the Goo Goo Dolls. I got him super lit up on edibles, and we went into one of those Oscar stores, and he was like, "What if we just like made one that was like best shit or whatever?" You know, like, and he got super high and was like asking them about that. But
did you get one?
no. But what if like I was thinking about this. When you were a kid and you watched the Oscars, did you notice that there was like a smoothie king behind them and stuff like that? Like
No.
now that you know where it is and shit, you can see the stores behind them and you're like,
Oh
'cause
yeah.
it's a nightmare. It's like anybody who's ever been to Times Square, that's what Hollywood Boulevard
Yes.
is like. It's like a fucking
It's
there's a
the
Spider-Man,
Times Square of
a
LA,
Jakey,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And that's where the Oscars are, in
Yeah.
that terrible area.
It's not a good place.
But XFL, I got to sell you on it.
Dude, I'm
You're all in. So
I'm
I don't
in.
even need to sell you.
No, and and you know, like I was gonna start off, you know, this portion of the podcast with like, oh man, NFL's over. What are we gonna do? We just gotta, but
10 weeks.
I think, so it's
I hope it lasts. I mean, I'm really like, nervous about it. There was like a thing where they're like, they're not even going to last 1 week. But then, I don't know. I think Vince McMahon has enough money to make it go. At least
but
one
didn't he do it
season.
the first time?
Yeah, but it lasted at least a season.
Yeah.
I wanna
Yeah,
say it went
it'll
more.
last. Yeah. Oh,
last
yeah.
time was a lot more bullshit. Like this time they've changed some things. And the rule changes,
Right.
by the way. Did you see what they did with the kickoffs?
No.
They're pretty cool. Like the two, I mean, like I can't even really describe it, but like, you know, instead of having like a flank of people and then having the two returners, they line up in two lines, like offense, defense, 2 lines. The kick happens, and until the runner starts running, then the 2 lines collide. The kicks out, they just look different. And then they also have like a 3-point conversion.
No way.
Which is wild. Like it's like the you can do like the 2. I don't know these for sure. I'm doing this off memory. I could be very wrong, but my understanding is the 2-point conversion happens like it would an extra point. Like you know how the 2-point conversion happens in the NFL where it's on like the 2-yard line or whatever. Same thing, but you can also just run a play from the 25-yard line where you would kick the field goal for a 3-point.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean? Like the same distance.
Whoa, dude! I want it to work because I remember as a kid I would watch NFL Europe games. And
dude, the
nobody
NFL Europe
watched
was
that.
the best.
I
mean,
loved it.
Jabron Hamden was like
Kurt Warner was up there.
Well, yeah, they had like a bunch of guys. Jabron Hamden though was a 3rd-string quarterback of the Bills that became like friends with me. He's like ended up hating football and like retiring and being like football's a waste of time, and like now he makes clothes and he's a photographer and shit.
Holy shit!
But he made hundreds of thousands of dollars from football to foster this thing, so it couldn't have been that bad. But so like, but he was like an all-star. He was like the Tom Brady of NFL Europe.
Yeah,
like he played for the Amsterdam team, the whole
that was my team.
And
Admirals.
Yeah, the Amsterdam Admirals. He played for them and now he still goes to Amsterdam and is like a celebrity there. Like,
holy shit!
Yeah. I'm like, that's dope, dude.
Oh man,
You
yeah, I had an Amsterdam Admiral shirt.
Amsterdam was the shit.
I was all in.
That would be so sweet to play professional football in Amsterdam. It's like utopia there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it really is. Like you walk around Amsterdam and you don't even have to be high on drugs to feel different, like elated. You're like,
right.
I'm a better person for walking here. Imagine playing football there, and then you just get to like, you could fuck anyone you want,
and all the free drugs of
free
any kind.
drugs. Yeah, you can
and like
smoke weed 'cause it's legal.
Regulated, cool. Like, hey man, what kind of this kind of drug do you want?
Yeah,
and this variation,
and
that's
just like
insane.
hit people, and like you're playing football. God, this life is awesome. No wonder he's like a great artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's shit on Skip Bayless here for a little bit.
I don't have cable. What's he doing these days? I saw Stephen A. Smith did something recently. What did he do?
Oh, he was boxing? Was that
Oh,
it?
yeah, I saw that too. These guys just like, I don't give a fuck about. Do people care about that? They make a bunch of money now, I guess. I don't know. Skip Bayless, though, yeah.
He just makes me angry
He's
constantly.
your bane of your existence. That's the whole reason you started a podcast.
Yeah.
Because you hate him so much.
I hate him so much. I hate all of them. I hate all their takes. I can't stand...
I hate Max Kellerman, I think, the most. Because he's like a Johnny-come-lately. He's like, I'm just going to jump into this whole niche of arguing. And then he says asinine shit. Like, just because you know he needs to get a shock value out of it. That's why he sucks. You know he doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
He'll say something just to be like a troll.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. And I think most of them... And I think Stephen A. Smith is just a caricature of himself at this point. He's like
now
a
he just goes
cartoon
up there,
character.
He's like, "Abba, dabba, dabba, da," and
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
like, "Oh,
Yeah. He wears a cowboy hat and
But
makes
Max
fun of the
Kellerman
Cowboys.
is a fucking... He'll just take like... He's like, what does everyone love? Okay, I'm going to say the opposite of that.
Colin Cowherd does that a little bit.
Colin Cowherd is like a dad.
Yeah.
That's why I hate him. I'll never like him. Like, Rome is at least like... I don't even know if people give a fuck about Rome anymore. I haven't... Since I moved from Buffalo...
Yeah, I haven't heard much.
I don't
It's
hear
weird.
Rome anymore because I
Right.
live here now, and I don't even know where he is here, if he's on here or
Yeah.
whatever. He probably is. But I used to hear him in Buffalo all the time because he was out in the afternoon when I drive home. And, it was interesting. But, like, Coward is, like, dad central. Like, he's like, don't dance. I don't like these
Yeah, yeah,
celebrating.
yeah.
Anything cool
He
or
hates
fun
Patrick
or hip.
Mahomes because he does weird passes.
Literally everything I like, Colin
Yeah.
Cowherd hates.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what he likes. He likes boring shit. He's like, he probably has like he would get like a tattoo of Barry Sanders handing the ball to the ref. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that's like his favorite thing that's ever happened in football. Something dumb. He sucks.
Yeah, every once in a while he'll like brag about he went to a concert and it'll be some lame concert.
Oh my god, it's like Benny Mardones or some shit.
Yeah. But Skip, the worst of the worst. He likes to brag that he is friends with Lil Wayne, which I have my doubts about whether that's a real relationship.
No, there's no way Lil Wayne is friends with him. And if he sees him, he's probably too high on fucking NyQuil or whatever.
Yeah, Lil Wayne did their theme song, so like there's that relationship. for
What's
sure.
that on Fox Sports? No, he did it
Yeah.
for Fox Sports.
Yes, exactly. Like there's a contractual
Yeah, for like
relationship,
hundreds of thousands
and
of dollars, probably.
they have him on the show every once in a while to give his take, which doesn't make any sense half the time.
Do you watch this still? How do you watch this?
I'll listen to the podcast
Oh,
and like
okay.
do little recaps or whatever. But and it's funny because you really only need about 10 seconds per argument to be like, all right, I get this.
I just couldn't. I feel like you know where it's going the second you start hearing it.
Oh,
but
for
you
sure.
are like a masochist about it. You want to hear it so you get fueled with hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna just write them where they wrong everybody else.
Yeah.
It's-
And plus,
it's-
he's a Dallas guy, so he talks about the Cowboys a lot.
yeah, but in the worst way. Like he
Right.
makes Cowboys fans look terrible, and and it is kind of like reckless. Like when you really can, if you're a sports media person at all, and you have any sort of like somewhat influence, you can fuck up like storylines for teams and really like fuck up locker rooms and all that shit.
That's true.
Just by starting like a dumb rumor. Like
Well, that's the thing about playing for one of those teams that's like I was saying with the Angels.
Yeah.
They're not the Yankees. They're not like going to be in the media limelight for
Right.
doing bad. So they're just having the grand old time. Like the Cowboys
yeah.
don't get to do that. You know what
No.
I'm saying? Like they get skewered
Yeah.
even when they're doing like okay.
Everything
You know what I mean?
that they fucking do. Like right now, like Dak Prescott's contract is going to be the rest of the offseason in the news
What
all
happens
the time.
to that? Do you think the Bills? I think the Bills ruined Dak Prescott's contract hopes. That
What do you mean?
That
Like,
Thanksgiving game
how?
was like
Oh.
that was like a breaking point, like where they're like,
I hope
that's
so.
where I think they like lost hope in Garrett and maybe Dak also.
I kind of hope so. I don't love Dak.
But what do you do? We were talking about this. The QB free agency pool,
Yeah.
is vast.
Yes.
And I heard Brady was attached to the Cowboys, but
He's-
that may be a Skip Bayless rumor that I didn't.
It is. It's definitely up there, and he thinks they should do it. And he loves Tom Brady, and he also loves Dak Prescott. I feel like,
And you have Mike McCarthy. That's hopeful.
yeah.
Mike McCarthy could do some shit.
I honestly didn't like it at first, but
Think
the
about
more,
if he didn't have Aaron Rodgers, who's probably the most bitchy quarterback
right.
in the history of time for all his talents. I like it. I respect
And
it.
yeah, Dak's a team guy. I will
Right.
give Dak that.
But Mike McCarthy can spool yarn out of anything. Then
yeah.
if he can work with that diva Aaron Rodgers, who's
Plus, he looks like a giant fish.
like Mike
So,
McCarthy.
yeah. So he has.
he
that
just looks
going
like
for
he
him.
looks like Bill Parcells ate Wade Phillips. So
But yeah, the Brady rumor, I think is Skip Bayless wants Brady to go to the Cowboys. It is a weird thing where I hate Brady
but
so
think
much.
about this.
Yeah.
This is a wild scenario I just
Yeah.
thought of.
Okay.
Because the other thing is Brady goes to Oakland.
Yeah.
Derek Carr goes to the Cowboys.
I would love that.
Right? That would be a great fit.
I'm fine
Derek
with
Carr's
that.
going to light it up wherever he goes that John Gruden isn't.
Yes.
So Derek
Derek
Carr
Carr
should
was in
wish
the
to get out of there.
MVP conversation like 2 years ago.
With Jack Del Rio as a coach, but then
Yes.
stupid idiot with the fucking mongoloid haircut. What's his name?
John Davis.
Yeah. He fired Jack Del
Everybody
Rio
knew
for
it.
Jack Del Rio was doing great with that team.
Yeah.
He had a great defense, and then John Gruden comes in and just Khalil Mack trade, blah blah blah. Amari Cooper, you know what I'm saying? Like, and plus Derek Carr reunited with Amari Cooper. I think that's like the way to go.
Oh, right.
I think they go after Derek Carr because
That's a whole other
Gruden
scenario.
doesn't want Derek Carr no matter what. I heard
Yeah.
like Brady could go to Oakland, Cam Newton could go to Oakland.
Yeah.
I bet they're going to fish for anybody. Gruden might even draft a guy.
Yeah. Gruden is a wild.
He's a
I mean, he
psycho.
got. Yeah.
I like it. I like that he exists. It makes it interesting.
Yeah.
But he
him
sucks.
and John
If
Davis.
I was a
yeah.
fan of that team, I'd be annoyed
Yeah.
because Jack Del Rio was the guy.
Yeah. You had to just immediately come in and get rid of Cooper and Khalil Mack.
He was building on something, and they were just like, "Peace out, Jack Del Rio. We're gonna have Gruden take this over for a decade, $100 million deal."
$100 million guaranteed. And what sucks is like it started off okay this year, and then it kind
I
of.
feel like it was the opposite. I feel like it started out terribly, and it kind of like started to like build, and they were kind of in the conversation.
Well, yeah. Then they dropped
were in
off.
the hunt.
Yeah, they dropped off at the end. Yeah, but I like that Carr scenario.
Yeah.
I honestly like. There's a part of me, as much as I
There's
hate,
a lot out there.
Yeah, as much as I hate Brady, that would be a sneaky way to get out of Dak Prescott. Because like, hey, here, look at this shiny toy. It will distract the.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like
the
Brady's
masses.
going to be that for any team that picks him
Yes.
up. It's because it might even be a
Chargers,
team that you don't
yeah.
even expect.
right.
I don't think the Chargers go after.
What
him.
if he goes to the Bengals?
Well, that won't happen. But like, What if he goes to like I don't know. I mean, it's also
XFL.
like where he wants to go. I really honestly believe that he's going to stay with the Patriots. I
think
really
so,
don't
yeah.
think that there's any scenario. He's going to sign like a 2-year deal, and I don't know. Or maybe they don't want to. They want to like not be like, hey man, we don't want to be the ones to bench you.
Yeah.
You don't want to get benched. We're going to end up benching you
Right.
if you play like this next year. I don't know, but
He's not playing fantastic.
if he goes to another team, he's doomed.
Yeah.
He's gonna be
he's
Joe
gotta
Namath on the Rams. He's gonna get wrecked.
Right. He's starting over.
He's probably gonna get hurt immediately because he has not faced hits. Whoever goes into that fucking New England team with that line, if Teddy Bridgewater goes in there, he's gonna light it up. I'm scared. I don't want
Yeah.
that. I want Tom Brady to stay.
Yeah.
I want to see the waning years for the Patriots as a Bills fan.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Teddy
take over.
Bridgewater or somebody come in there. They're talking about Dalton. Maybe that won't ever happen. There's no way Belichick gives Dalton the keys. He'd rather give like Brian Hoyer the fucking keys or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way Dalton
Right.
comes in.
Case Keenum.
Dalton should be the backup.
Cam
of the
Newton?
Bills. Cam Newton. I don't know that they'd pick Cam Newton.
Yeah,
He's,
that wouldn't really fit.
It's
But
not really his bag.
there's like
as
80
Bill
other
Belichick.
quarterbacks available. God, this is going to be a fun offseason.
Dude, what if Drew Brees goes to the Patriots? That's crazy.
Holy shit.
That's crazy talk. But I mean, they're free agents. We don't know what's going to happen.
You
What
heard
if
it here
Sean
first. Josh Potter said Drew Brees is going to the Patriots.
Dude, how wild! would
God
that be?
damn it.
And then, like, I mean, that would be
That would be the-
doomsday for the Bills for the next.
That would be the most insulting thing to Tom Brady, though. Like, hey, you're aging, but we're going to bring in this other aging quarterback.
He's slightly younger,
yeah.
a little more productive. But yeah, like the Saints could just be like, because I don't know what the Saints are gonna do.
Yeah.
You don't know what these people that have had these quarterbacks for this long, and who've been very productive. I mean, it's not like Drew Brees and Tom Brady had terrible years.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like they're fucking Jacksonville or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Foles or whatever. So I don't know what happens. I'm scared.
Dude, what's going to happen to Nick Foles?
Dude, if I'm the
He's-
Jaguars, don't you think the Jaguars should just cut Nick Foles or trade him
Yes,
and
absolutely.
then go with Gardner Minshew, who costs nothing?
Yeah, and he looks fucking badass.
And he's dope.
Looks like a
and
70s
he's
porn
fun,
star.
and he's like getting asses in the seats. They're going to have to
Yeah.
go play in London and shit. No one wants to watch fucking Nick Foles. Nick Foles should go back to the Eagles, lick his wounds, be the backup. Carson Wentz is just going to get hurt again, and then you can be the hero. You know what I mean?
God damn it, there's going to be so much rotation.
I had a dream that the Eagles won the Super Bowl again on accident. Like, I don't know why. I just was like, the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
How recent
went,
was this dream?
like the other night, it went Eagles, Patriots, Eagles, Patriot. Or like the other way around. Patriots, Eagles, Patriots, Eagles. Instead of Patriots, Chiefs. And I was like annoyed. And I'm like, fuck the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm not an Eagles fan, but I did love that they beat the
Yeah,
Patriots.
of course you hate the
yeah.
Eagles. You should hate the Eagles.
God damn it, they're the worst.
Your whole division is stupid to me.
Yeah, I hate all of them, other than the Cowboys, of course.
The
but
Eagles are the only one that we haven't lost a Super Bowl to. In your whole
wow,
division.
I didn't think about that. Holy shit.
Yeah, Giants, Redskins, and 2 to
Is that part of the reason you don't completely hate the Cowboys?
I don't consider the teams we lost the Super Bowl to a rival because we never play them, and they're in the NFC.
Yeah.
I consider the Patriots, who have stifled us out of the playoffs for the last 20 years, a rival.
Right.
That's why I don't understand why people hate the Giants more than the Patriots. The Giants beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. We should love them.
Yeah.
They beat us in the Super Bowl too, but that's like the Super Bowl is a meeting of two elite teams. And you can't, at the end of the day, you shake the hand of the one across from you because there's no rivalry there. You're the two best teams of each side coming
Dude,
together.
I want the Patriots to fall just for you. I like, I mean,
Me too.
Not just for you, but it
We're
helps.
in an
It enhances
exciting
it.
time where we are on the
It
rise
might
and they're
happen.
on the fall. But like Belichick is the X factor.
Yeah.
He's gonna stay. What if they keep Brady and they kind of do this whole parade where they're like, "You deserve to start" or whatever? I feel like that's in our benefit. I feel like if Brady plays for them 2 more years, we're gonna usurp them, and it'll be the downfall just for 2 years out of 22 or whatever it's been.
Right. Good God.
But I feel like if they get a new quarterback this year and it's fucking Teddy Bridgewater or some shit, I feel like Teddy Bridgewater could kill us.
Mm-hmm.
I love Teddy Bridgewater. I feel like he got fucked by
Right.
Minnesota with that injury.
Are
He
you-
came in, went 5-1. He's gonna have a fucking great career if someone gives him a shot.
Are you at all concerned about The Dolphins turning it around?
No.
Okay.
Well, they could get a quarterback. I mean, who are they going to get? Tua? They're down to the studs. They're one of those rebuilds where they went down. I like their coach. He's like a good guy.
Yeah, he kind of
And
was.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is if Ryan Fitzpatrick is on your team, you're gonna win some game. Like I
yeah.
love Ryan Fitzpatrick's my favorite
God, he's so great.
NFL player of all time.
Yeah.
Because he does this. He goes to a team that is hopeless
Yeah.
and just makes the guys want to play and win for him.
Yeah.
He just does that, and that's unique and
Yeah.
cool. And he deserves every millions of dollars that he ever got in a crazy deal. So they're gonna get Tua or some bullshit like maybe Jalen Hurts or something. They're gonna draft a QB in the first round. I don't know who. And
Probably
Ryan
Tua.
Fitzpatrick's gonna, like,
The
mentor
rumor is
them.
Tua.
Yeah,
But
were tanking for
could
Tua the
surprise
whole
us.
time.
Yeah.
but now then Joe Burrow became the front runner.
But he'll probably go
They'll
to the
still
Bengals.
get Tua. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. He'll go to the Bengals.
Yeah.
But they were trying to get the first overall.
Yeah, that coach did make him competitive at the end. So it's
But think about they traded Minka Fitzpatrick.
yeah,
They
got rid
traded
of
Kenyon
everybody.
Drake. Like they really tore it down to the studs.
That's what I'm saying though. They
So
won
I'm not worried
games
about the
without
Dolphins
anybody.
for a few
yeah.
years. The
Yeah,
Jets,
you're right.
The
They gotta
Jets,
turn around completely.
the Jets have Adam Gase, so I'm not worried about that.
yeah.
I really am not. Like as long as Adam Gase is at the helm of that. But he did just pick up the Dolphins just picked up Chan Gailey as their offensive coordinator, dude. Did you know that?
Oh right. I think you told me that.
Yeah, because they're reuniting him with Fitz for
yeah.
next year. Wild. And they're going to bring in Tua, so it's going to be Chan and Fitz mentoring Tua. Two of my favorites from Bill's lore mentoring Tua. It's wild.
It's gonna go splendidly.
Yeah, it's going to hopefully it goes bad. I'm sure it will.
Question for you.
Yes.
Do you think the Chiefs are too cocky? Did you hear about any of their Super Bowl parade talk?
I mean, every parade is awesome. I want to be at one so bad. I want to be a Buffalo one so bad. The Buffalo one will blow all the other parades out of the way. Did you see this one had a car chase before it, by the way?
Oh yeah.
That was wild. That car chase.
People will die at the Buffalo.
Oh my God.
Parade.
It'll be either a glowing reflection of the city in terms of how epic the party is, or a terrible reflection in terms of how many deaths occur or injuries. Like, it'll be bad.
What's the
If we burn
over-under
down
on
the
that?
city, I don't know, man. I hope we don't destroy our own city, but we might.
Hundreds?
Dude,
Dozens, at least, right?
I don't know. We get together every St. Patrick's Day for a pretty epic parade, and no one dies. So people get close to it. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like it would be like that times 1,000. But I want to be at one so bad. And the Chiefs one looked cool. Did you see Mahomes like toss a beer to a guy, and he ran to a
Yeah.
parking meter? That was pretty. And then Mahomes like tweeted like, "I hope that guy's okay."
But like experts.
Who said they were too cocky?
Oh, Skip Bayless and all those guys are saying that like they're too cocky. They were talking too much shit. Oh, because they were talking about repeating. But I feel like that's been done at every parade ever. Because what else are you going to say? Like, yeah, we did this. We're great. But, it's never going to happen again. Sorry. This is it, guys. Peace out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's silly. Like, let them sell it. You can't, like, critique a celebration. That's nonsense.
Yeah. Well, if you're Skip Bayless,
of course they're going to find
he hates
anything.
his life.
They need to talk every day. It's got to be exhausting to have to drudge up nonsense every day.
They need to talk about 4 things: Dak Prescott, LeBron James, and Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. Is that 4? I don't know.
Yeah. Did you Patrick Mahomes also like was shotgunning beers? Have you seen his girlfriend, by the way, Patrick
No.
Mahomes? His girlfriend always puts out like leading in the playoffs. I thought it was going to be his demise because she would put out like selfie videos like on Instagram where she'd be like, "Yeah, we're gonna fuck you up." Yeah, like she was like
shit.
so obnoxious. Like she was like obnoxious like in the stands of the opposing teams, like being like, like totally ridiculous. Like, oh
Did
my
she
God,
get
it was-
like caught and like were people shitting on her?
Oh yeah, she was viral.
Oh,
But she was
wow.
like a troll. She was like on Instagram like, "We're coming for you," blah blah blah, and everyone's like, "Fuck you!" Like everyone's like, Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend is awful. You know?
Oh no.
She's just like a typical white blonde girl. Like, oh my God, so wild. But it's like he's so upstanding, and like his dad played Major League Baseball and shit.
I was happy for him.
Yeah,
But
me too.
I wouldn't have been upset. I guess
I don't know if
the
he
Niners.
should have
I
got
didn't-
MVP, to be honest with you.
the year before, who was up against him?
No, Mahomes got MVP. Like,
Yeah.
Super Bowl MVP. I mean.
Oh
Not-
yeah.
Not MVP.
Oh
of the
right,
league.
yeah. Damian kind of carried.
Damian should have
yeah.
got the fucking MVP. He had like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. I mean, like Mahomes brought him back, but Damian
He had that pick.
set
He
that
was,
up. If Damian
his
hadn't done
stats
what he
were
did,
mediocre.
Mahomes would be fucked. Like that was all for
Sure,
nothing.
some of Damian's touchdowns were in garbage time, but
Yeah, but it's so fucking fun.
if San Fran won, do you think Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa would have got, or which one is it?
It'd probably go to fucking Jimmy G, even though Nick Bosa would have deserved it.
He got like behind the offensive line like 7 times.
It felt like every fucking time.
Yeah, he had like crazy. I think he had like 4 sacks or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just spewing nonsense tonight.
I'm gonna read you a couple. I came across this very randomly, but Johnny Manziel out of nowhere the other night tweeted, "If I never pick up a ball again."
Oh, I saw this.
You saw, yeah. It's all love. I was the most lit, most relatable college football player to ever do it. Did things my way.
Did he say relatable?
Yes.
That's weird.
Did things my way and made it way further than I ever could have imagined. The game gave me life, and I'll be forever grateful.
Here's what he meant. Because, like, relatable is not the word he should have used, because he's not relatable. No one's ever experienced the meteoric rise that Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, experienced.
I even forgot about
He's
that nickname.
not relatable whatsoever. Like, think about it. He had, like a rocket.
Yeah.
He shot up. And he was electric. And that's what he means by lit. You know, he was
Yeah.
exciting to watch.
Well, and that he was just high and
That
wasted all the
I
fucking
love Johnny
time.
Manziel. I like
Yeah.
that's my cup of tea. Those
Mhm.
types of players. I want those guys to succeed. You know, not the obnoxious ones that talk all the time. Like, and I know he had some moments, but like,
Well,
I love a guy that parties.
well, in his like 2 tweets later, he said that jewel hits different when the red light comes on.
That's hilarious. I wanted him to be good so bad, dude.
How
It
great
would
would
have
it
been
be?
fun.
How great would it be if he went to the XFL with Antonio
They
Brown
won't
and
have
Josh
him.
Gordon? Oh wait,
The XFL has.
Oh, that's
the
right.
new XFL. That's what, like, I was so excited that Johnny Manziel would be the face of the XFL probably.
yeah,
And then you said Josh Gordon, and Vince McMahon made a staunch point. This is different this time around. We're not like he hate me and shit. This is like
yeah.
Oliver Luck is the commissioner. We're having only no one who has like criminal background is allowed to play in the XFL or something like that.
Dude,
So Johnny Manziel cannot play in the XFL.
if you're the XFL,
You should want Johnny Manziel.
you should absolutely let
But they
all
did
the
get-
criminal records.
But look at who they got. I mean, like, can we just look up the QBs in the XFL?
yeah, do it.
I mentioned Aaron Murray, who is one of my favorite preseason QBs to watch.
But like, why not? Like, a buddy of mine was making the point that like, let them all take steroids. Let all the prisoners in and let them all take steroids.
Well, that's what I would love.
Yeah,
They should let all the criminals play. I want to see everybody play.
let it
and
fucking
then-
happen.
But like, they need to like make this legit. Apparently, they want the NFL to embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want the NFL to embrace it to the point where they
yeah.
like help it along.
Yeah, so they're like a little like minor league kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
So
okay.
they can use those like, and
That
that's
makes
what it'll
sense.
take. Like a couple guys blowing up in the XFL, and then the NFL kicking the tires.
Right.
Like kind of like a Kurt Warner situation.
Trent Richardson gonna be back on top
No
in
way
no
that
time.
happens.
God,
This
talk
is
about
not
a weird track.
This is not a comprehensive list. I just wanted like the QBs
Well,
so I could tell you them. We know the DC.
I know
defenders.
Landry Jones is up there.
Oh my God, how fun is that?
That's pretty great.
Landry Jones, Connor Cook.
Oh
Remember him?
yeah, he got beat out for the starting job though.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm just like showing a list that doesn't really. It's like alphabetical or something. Who's the starter? Who beat him out?
I don't know that I don't have that
Connor
answer.
Cook.
But,
Oh, PJ Walker. That's the other QB on the team.
well.
Houston
Oh yeah, he's the
Roughnecks.
guy. Yeah. I'm rooting for it.
It's
though.
fun. I can't
It's
wait.
better than like I don't know, man.
Some receiver's gonna come out of there for sure.
Did you see the you said you're following the NBA because of you've been gambling a little bit,
Yeah.
but like as soon as the Super Bowl was over, the trade deadline happened,
Right.
and everybody was talking about Marcus Morris, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know who Marcus Morris was.
I don't know who that is either.
And so I was
And
just
everyone
like,
was like Marcus Morris, Marcus Morris. I'm like,
yeah, everybody's
cool.
like, oh
Where did he go?
man,
Clippers? I don't even know where he went.
the trade, Clippers trade deadline heating up. It's gonna be crazy. And
I know-
everybody's talking about how crazy it
well,
was, and then I was like, who
This
the
is how
fuck
dumb
this
I
guy?
am. Iguodala went to Miami Heat,
Yeah,
so I started betting on the Heat heavy. I'm like, they're gonna be dope,
yeah.
and they're like were okay or whatever.
Yeah.
They lost, but like I bet against them last night. The Jazz played them,
Yeah.
and the Jazz scored a buzzer beater, and I won $100, and I was like,
Hell yeah.
my dick was so hard. I had a Jazz jersey on. That's how like into it I was.
You got jizz on your Jazz jersey.
Yeah, hell yeah, jizz on my Jazz. But yeah, the NBA trade deadline's weird. Like, and then I don't know. He was on the this is what I don't know about the NBA yet that I'm trying to learn and stuff. Is like he was on the Grizzlies, and so was Deion Waiters, and they just like never played. Like they didn't want him around or something. Like
Yeah.
that. What is that about? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that was a weird. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he just wasn't. He's just been sitting out,
So the
right?
Grizzlies just traded like him and Deion Waiters, and they just were like not playing. But like, wouldn't that make them good? I don't really know how that works. I gotta like read more about that.
Yeah, it's bizarre. I don't know if that's him or
Basketball's so heady. It's like
Yeah.
5 guys, and they all have to like get along. It's like you have to be. It's like being in a band.
Yeah, Chris Paul was traded because of Harden, but Chris Paul is playing well this season.
Yeah, it's like if you're with a guy that you don't get along with, like that's why it's such a. I feel like they have to like go out and like tag team chicks and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they have to like bond on like
team
different
building.
levels. Yeah.
All right, guys, do a London Bridge here.
That's why Kobe was so elite, but he never did any of that shit. He never like went out. He'd be like writing in his hotel room or whatever.
Yeah.
They're all like, "What's Kobe like writing all about for?" And then he'd be like, just that good that he could transcend them. But you know, Shaq like didn't like him or whatever. A bunch of people didn't like him.
Yeah, it's weird. Like him and LeBron didn't really get along until like 2 weeks before or something. I think there was
That's
like
weird.
word that like Kobe randomly hit up LeBron or vice versa, and they put all their shit behind each other.
What were they fighting about ever? They
I
never even,
think
like,
Kobe
played.
just didn't like that LeBron was coming in and like it was like Kobe versus LeBron.
I never heard. Well, maybe because it's been hashed out or whatever a couple of years ago. But I always heard Kobe like say glowing things about him coming to the Lakers. You know, he'd be like he's taking the torch and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm just learning all this stuff about basketball. Hockey, like they can put you on a different line.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you don't get along with this guy, you just don't play on his line. Or
Yeah.
whatever, you know. And then football, I don't know. You're on this end, he's on that end. I don't know.
Right.
There is locker room cancer in football, but it's a little
Yeah, I
different.
guess
There's 50
basketball there's like
3
10
guys.
of you or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it's
total,
12 total, and like
Yeah.
that's the thing. You have to be so like on the same wavelength to like play effectively.
Yeah.
That like if you're not getting along with a guy, and you have like it's probably fucking wild. That's why it's interesting to me.
It's
Isn't
weird
that it's
that,
like personality
yeah.
based. You know, you have to mesh personality based. You could put like all these guys together that are great, but if they clash, like look at fucking Kyrie and Durant. Like I don't think Durant's playing yet, but like Kyrie, everyone hates him in fucking Brooklyn.
Yeah. It's weird though, like even well, Jesus, this is such a stupid fucking comparison, but as a kid you play in like pickup games and like there would straight up be a person on your team you'd want to fucking punch in the face.
Yeah.
But you still have fun. But I guess if you had to do that day in and day out.
Well, yeah, and you're competing for like shooting titles and like
Yeah.
you're competing for playoff spots and all this other stuff. Like I forget who was it that almost got like a triple double recently, and the guy fucked it up. Did you see that?
Oh god, I don't know.
I can't remember
Russell
what team
Westbrook.
it was. No, it's a great player. It might have been Harden, maybe
Damian
James Harden.
Lillard? Yeah.
No, on Houston.
Oh yeah.
He might have been getting a trip. I think it was James Harden, and a guy like fucked it up for him or something. Like got a rebound at the end, like chased a rebound down, and then he realized what he did, and he was like, "I'm so sorry." But like, say it was a guy he didn't get along with, he could be like,
Yeah.
maybe he did that out of spite. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Oh Jesus, yeah. I'm glad that's not a thing in comedy.
no, I
Where we
mean
have
it's
to,
kind of
like-
it also kind of sucks because it's like a solo sport comedy, you know.
Yeah.
So you don't have that kind of like when it goes good, you don't have that like camaraderie.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're all
Or,
on this fucking alone.
or if it's going poorly, you can't like hide behind the drummer. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. You can't be like it's his fault.
Hey man, let's every week I start a new rumor about Skip Bayless,
Yeah.
and if you got one you're thinking of, you can jump in. If
Okay.
not, I can.
What's yours?
I'm gonna go with so this is real. I heard that he's been dead for 10 years,
Yeah.
and that's why his takes haven't been fresh for that whole time. and he only talks about LeBron James and Tom Brady and even Tim Tebow. But he drinks Diet Mountain Dew all the time, and that has so much artificial flavoring that it's kept his body alive, and they're just doing like a big, weekend at Bernie's type thing.
Tim
this whole
Tebow
time.
still talks about Tim Tebow.
He still brings him up. It's fucking insane. And it's
He
been a
still plays
while,
baseball,
I guess.
right?
But yeah, does he? I don't know. That's debatable.
I don't know. I see him on
I
the
think
SEC
so.
network, and
Yeah.
he plays baseball apparently, like in minor leagues.
Right.
But he's not going to be good.
Yeah.
He's already 31? I mean, come on, dude, give it up.
Yeah, or older. And it's not. It's not going to work.
Maybe
out.
he's 28.
I think
Either
he's
way,
in his 30s.
you're you're not playing majors by now. Like,
yeah.
Stop, dog.
Yeah. He's it's just totally irrelevant at this point to like.
Bring
yeah,
up
he
Tim
he
Tebow.
won a playoff game with the Broncos. It's
Plus that 2008 Florida team we're hearing is like, yeah, he graduated in 2008, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's when I
Sounds
would have
about right.
graduated. So he's got to be my age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Or maybe he was like a junior or something, maybe.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. But that team was like full of criminals and like the coaches were all assholes and like Urban Meyer and shit. And
God,
Tim Tebow was like, God is good. I love God. And like he was the only one not. David Nelson was a wide receiver for the Bills and he was on that team.
32.
32. See, stop playing professional baseball, dude. You're 32.
Yeah, because you're in the minors, so like
Yeah.
you're gonna be 36
I'm 34.
when
Yeah.
when you make it if you make it.
Well, he's
Like,
been in the
that's-
minors for 4 years, 5 years.
Jesus, yeah.
I mean, he played football. He got drafted when he was like 24, probably.
Where did he end on? Was it the Jets or the Patriots?
He ended on the Patriots, I believe.
Right. Wow.
The Jets was in between. He
Which
got
is like
cut from
if-
a couple practice squads.
If you're on the Patriots, where like you're on a team where they can do anything with you.
That's what they were gonna like use him as a gadget guy. But then Bill Belichick's like, I don't fucking give a shit about this. We're not gonna waste a roster spot on a gadget guy. So he cut him and he kept like Matt Castle or whoever. As his
Yeah, but if
backup.
there's a guy that's gonna make something out of a gadget guy, that's the guy.
No, he's not a gadget guy.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah.
He never fucks with that shit. Like, he's not doing, like, flea flickers and shit. You never see that shit happen. He's a defensive-minded man also,
Right.
Bill Belichick, and he trusts his offense to people like Josh McDaniels and others. But, like, Tim Tebow, though, he won a playoff game for the Broncos. And then he went to the Jets, which I understand the Jets never can do anything with anything. The Jets
Yeah. They just had a
just
picture of
wretched.
him running shirtless in
It was
the
like
rain.
him and Mark Sanchez that time. It was
Yeah.
like Rex Ryan brought him in.
Oh man.
But to think that he can't, it's kind of like Kaepernick. I mean, it's like the guy went to the Super Bowl, and to think
Yeah.
he can't just like play on a team is wild.
Right.
But maybe that's true, And the same thing with Tebow, and he has no like controversial aspects to him. He just sucks.
Yeah.
So
Other
I guess
than
it's just true.
a lot of Jesus stuff. That's the
Well,
controversial.
whatever. But now he does broadcast on the SEC network. He's become a Skip Bayless himself, Tim Tebow, if you know.
Really, I don't follow him too much.
Him
on
and
there,
EJ
but-
Manuel are on the SEC network.
EJ Manuel, holy shit! Wow. Well, EJ is an expert. Well, I mean, he's much more of an expert than I'll ever be. in sports,
Yeah, they
so-
both played in
Yeah,
the SEC.
yeah.
They can talk about it, I suppose, on that network.
Yeah.
But my rumor about Skip Bayless, I guess, would be that his tits are fake.
Oh wow! Holy
Yeah,
shit!
They're
Yeah.
fake tits. Fake pecs, I should say. Shouldn't
Yeah, I
call
mean,
them
he does
tits.
post a lot of shirtless pics.
Yep. Those are
It's-
implants.
It's very disturbing.
He's had procedures.
Why is he posting those? I really don't
He's
understand
an
it.
ancient man, and I gotta say, he looks great.
He's, yeah, no, he's
He is a
he's
corpse.
ripped for
How old is
yeah.
he? 85?
He's 68. I'm gonna do 69th birthday
Celebration
69th.
for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Because this is 69th
Yeah,
base,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So 69 squared.
69th base. That's the funniest name ever.
Well, hey man, we did it.
That's awesome.
Thanks
I'm
for
glad.
coming on.
It's recorded, right?
Yeah, it's recorded. Hopefully this isn't lost.
Great.
We'll have another drink. Didn't have to say that out loud, but
I don't
I'm gonna
care.
say it. Thanks for coming on. Anything you want to plug before you take off?
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be in fucking Sacramento, April 2nd through 4th.
Hell yeah.
So come out to that. I also got other shows going on in May and June. So you can see those on my Twitter at @J_Potter. That's it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Appreciate it. Tune in next week. Later. Peace.
69th Base with Doug Millard was recorded in front of a live studio audience presented by Hormel Chili Radio Productions.